The cross upon which Jesus Christ was crucified is perhaps the most iconic symbol in Christian history. Known as the true cross, it has captivated believers for nearly 2 millennia. The wooden beams that bore the weight of the Son of God, stained with his blood, sweat, and tears during his final agony, represent for many the ultimate sacrifice and triumph. Any fragment of this relic would hold immense spiritual and historical value. Yet finding it is as difficult as the proverbial needle in a haystack. The Romans were masters of cruelty, and crucifixion was among their most favored forms of execution. It was used as a method of public deterrence, a brutal display meant to shame and warn. According to Flavius Josephus, a first-century Jewish historian, the Romans carried out so many crucifixions during times of rebellion that they ran out of wood. They were forced to recycle the center beams of crosses, and sometimes crucified multiple people on a single post. Typically, victims of crucifixion were left to rot where they died. Their bodies were not taken down or buried. They were warnings nailed in wood and flesh. This grim Roman efficiency makes it all the more uncertain what became of the cross used in Jesus' crucifixion. One man stands out in all 4 Gospels for his extraordinary act of devotion: Joseph of Arimathea. A wealthy follower of Jesus, Joseph boldly approached Roman officials and asked for the body of Christ after the crucifixion. He is said to have bribed them to gain access to Golgotha, where he gently removed Jesus' body from the cross and placed it in a new, rock-hewn tomb he owned nearby. The Bible does not state what Joseph did with the cross. However, his reverence for Jesus' body has led many to believe that he would have carefully preserved the cross and other associated relics, such as the nails or the crown of thorns. This theory has been supported by Christian scholars as early as the 3rd or 4th century AD, who speculated that the true cross may have been buried near the site of the crucifixion, hidden, perhaps by Joseph himself, to protect it from desecration. After Jesus' death, Christianity did not immediately flourish. It remained a small sect within Judaism, one viewed with suspicion and hostility by the Roman authorities. Some pagan observers misunderstood Christian rituals, such as the Eucharist, as acts of cannibalism or incest. As a result, Christians were often harassed, tortured, and executed. Emperor Nero, in the 1st century AD, became infamous for his particularly cruel persecution of Christians. According to Roman sources, he tortured them publicly, sometimes using them as human torches to light his gardens. To survive, early Christians were forced to go underground, literally and figuratively. They worshipped in secret, developed covert signs and symbols, and created hidden networks of communication. One such symbol that began to gain sacred significance was the cross. By around 200 AD, some Christians were using the sign of the cross as a silent identifier, a kind of spiritual handshake. The situation changed dramatically in the early 4th century. In 312 AD, Roman Emperor Constantine the Great faced a major battle that would determine control of the Western Roman Empire, the Battle of the Milvian Bridge. According to legend, Constantine experienced a divine vision the night before the battle. In some versions of the story, he saw a shining cross in the sky, accompanied by the Latin words in hoc signo vinces. In this sign conquer. Other accounts say he saw the Chi-Rho, the first 2 Greek letters in Christos. Whatever the vision, Constantine took it as a sign. He ordered his soldiers to paint the Christian symbol on their shields. After his unexpected victory, he became convinced of Christianity's power and converted, becoming the first Christian Roman emperor. The following year, in 313 AD, Constantine issued the Edict of Milan, granting legal status to Christianity and ending centuries of persecution. Within a decade, Christianity transitioned from an underground movement to the dominant religion of the empire. Pagan temples were closed, and Christian churches began to rise across the Roman world. Now openly Christian and politically powerful, Constantine sought to legitimize his faith and his rule by locating tangible proof of Christ's sacrifice. What better relic to inspire belief and devotion than the true cross itself? Around 324 AD, Constantine began an ambitious project to find the actual cross upon which Jesus had died. Nearly 3 centuries had passed, and records were scarce. Christians, fearing past persecution, had hidden or destroyed much of their early heritage. Nevertheless, Constantine was determined, and to help him in his quest, he turned to someone he trusted deeply, his mother. Helena, Constantine's mother, was a devout Christian, known for her piety and dedication. She undertook a pilgrimage to the Holy Land on behalf of her son, driven by the mission to find the cross. She visited Jerusalem, where local tradition and early Christians believed the crucifixion had taken place, on a hill called Golgotha, near a site long used as a Roman temple. With Constantine's imperial support, Helena ordered the dismantling of pagan structures at the site. Beneath them, according to later Christian sources, she discovered 3 wooden crosses. To determine which one was Christ's, a dying woman was brought to the site. Upon touching one of the crosses, she was reportedly healed. Helena declared this to be the true cross. This discovery, while shrouded in legend, marked the beginning of widespread veneration of relics. Fragments of the true cross were distributed throughout the Christian world, enshrined in churches, and carried into battle as holy talismans. Whether or not Helena truly found the original cross, her expedition cemented the story into Christian tradition. From the moment of its supposed discovery, the true cross became a focal point of Christian devotion, a symbol of Christ's suffering and salvation. Churches claimed fragments, and stories of miracles surrounded them. While historical certainty remains elusive, the legend of the true cross has profoundly shaped Christian identity and inspired countless pilgrimages, prayers, and works of art. In the end, whether hidden by Joseph of Arimathea or revealed by Helena, the story of the true cross remains one of faith's greatest mysteries, a relic not just of wood, but of hope, sacrifice, and divine love.